Okay guys, we have another list of headings. Wow, double list of heading. उड़ने लगे हैं भाई हवा में, इधर से टेरेस से बाहर निकलें, खुली फिजा में उड़ें हैं? यश नहीं तेरा नशेमन कसरे सुल्तानी के गुंबद पर, तू शाहीन है बसेरा कर पहाड़ों की चट्टानों पर. Okay, we have another list of headings. Now let's read the title of the passage. What is that? Meaning and power of smell. See that? Their research. Yeah, meaning and power of smell. So whatever you smell, fragrances, perfumes, flowers, they will talk about that. Okay. Now sometimes after the title, they give a short paragraph, and usually students don't notice this paragraph. And sometimes they give a couple of questions in that paragraph also. Let's just go through it quickly. Sense of smell of olfaction is powerful. Odors affect us on a physical, psychological and social levels. Okay, we understand. It's all about smells. Odor. Odor means bad smell. Okay. So it's all about that. Now, keep smell in mind, not in nose, in mind. And now we go through these options. List of heading. Heading number 1. Difficulties of talking about smells. Difficulties of talking about smell. They say, well, we don't have appropriate words to talk about smells. Yeah, we say good smell, bad smell, stinky smell. For example, option 2, role of smell in personal relationship. Okay, yeah, role of perfumes and flowers and fragrances in personal relationship. Heading number 3, future studies into smell. For future studies, they might use the word more studies are required, more studies needed. Right? There should be more research into it. That means future studies. Heading number 4, relationship between the brain and the nose. In one paragraph, they will tell us the relationship between brain and nose. So you can underline that and imagine smell, personal relationship, nose and brain and all that. Heading number 5, interpretation of smells as a factor in defining groups. So interpretation of smells as a factor in defining groups. Defining groups means group of people. All right. So interpretation of smell as a factor in defining groups. That Australian people have this fragrance, British people have this thing and all that. Yeah. All right. Heading number 6. Why our sense of smell is not appreciated. Our sense of smell is not appreciated. Means they don't appreciate it. Why? Reasons. Heading number 7. Smell is our superior sense. In one paragraph they will say smell is our superior sense and all that. Heading number 8. Relationship between smell and feelings. If you smell a perfume, you feel good. It's all that. Clear? Alright. Topic is interesting. No? तू कदी खुशबू लगाई हो तो तेनू पता होए ना. Alright. So, yeah, कुछ लोग ना कहते हैं सारे दिन साबुन की खुशबू ही आ रही होती है. Question, paragraph A. Now the same methodology we are just going to deal with. A survey conducted by Anthony, whatever the name is, university का नाम भी छोड़ दें, just move on. This is called skimming. When you skim, you skip. Skip means to skip some part. Okay, second line. Asked participants to comment on how important smell was to them in their lives. It became apparent that smell can evoke strong emotional responses. Smell can evoke strong emotional responses. A scent associated with good experience can bring a rush of joy, while a foul odor or one associated with a bad memory may make us grimace with disgust. So, in their lives, now important in their lives. Go through the list of headings and tell me which is appropriate. Last one, the relationship between smell and feelings. And by the way, for feelings, they use the word strong emotional responses. Okay, most of the time for feelings, they use the word emotions. So heading number 8 is for question number 27. And whenever you are writing list of headings, make sure you use Roman number. VIII. Now please cross heading number 8 from there. It will not bother you. Okay? Now, please come to paragraph B. Everyone, paragraph B, please follow me. Odors are also essential cues in social bonding, personal lives, social bonding, right? Try to see that. One respondent to the survey believed that there is no true emotional bonding without touching and smelling. Emotional bonding, social bonding, what is that? Exactly. Go back and see. Second, role of smell in personal relationships. For personal, they use the word bonding, social and emotional bondings. So for paragraph B, the right answer is heading number 2. Just underline all these things, and when you go back home, you can match. आराम से खाना खाने के बाद चाय पी के सुकून से इसको खींचेगा. Okay. Now, we've got next paragraph C. In spite of its importance to our emotional and sensory lives, smell is probably the most undervalued sense in many cultures. Focus this. Right, let's go on. The reason often given for the low regard means they don't value smell. And the reason for low regard in which smell is held is that in comparison with its importance among animals, human sense of smell is feeble and undeveloped. Animals have very strong sense of smell. Now focus this and tell me which heading. Very good. Why our sense of smell is not appreciated. And what is that? The reason for why they use the word. The reason in second line. Paragraph C, second line. The reason often given for the low regard in which smell is held is that in comparison with its importance among animals, the human sense of smell is feeble and underdeveloped. So that is why heading number 6, why our sense of smell is not appreciated. Why not appreciated? Because in comparison with animals, our sense of smell is very feeble or very weak. So heading number 6 is gone with question number 29. Okay, now please come to paragraph D. Smell, however, is a highly elusive phenomenon. Odors, unlike colors, for instance, cannot be named in many languages because the specific vocabulary simply doesn't exist. Go back. We don't have vocabulary, we don't have words to talk about smell and all that. Heading number? Difficulties of talking about smells. For talking, they use the word language. For talking, they use the word vocabulary and all that. Okay? Yeah. So, heading number 1 is gone as well. Now, please come to paragraph E. Most of the research on smell undertaken to date, paragraph E please everyone. Most of the research on smell undertaken to date has been of physical, scientific nature. Significant advances have been made in the understanding of the biological and chemical nature of olfaction. But many fundamental questions have yet to be answered. Researchers have still to decide whether smell is one sense or two. One responding to others and all that means exactly they need to do a lot of research. They say researchers have still to decide means many things have not found out yet. So heading number 3, future studies into smell. Right? You just need to focus all these things. आधा अभी समझ आएगा, आधा घर जाके समझ आएगा. Exactly. Paragraph F. Let's go on with it. However, smell is not simply biological or psychological phenomenon. Smell is cultural. Hence, it is a social and historical phenomenon. Odors are invested with cultural values. Smells that are considered to be offensive in some cultures may be perfectly acceptable in others. Yeah? What is 5? Interpretation of smells as a factor in defining groups. That's right. For some culture, one smell is okay. For others, it's not good. So 5 is taken and that's it.